Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Ginger. I thought I would bring you guys along with me today while I do a painting. My thought process was to do of course it's going to be abstract, but I think I'm going to do just a minimalist type was my idea. And I picked out a color palette that I liked, and so I thought we'd go with that. Now you can you can see my poor little canvas here. Um, Obviously, this has had a failed painting underneath. My masterpiece didn't work out so good, so I covered it up, but I didn't cover it up all the way. I do kind of like, the idea of a little bit of underpainting and some history to give life to a new painting. So I didn't cover it up completely. Also, I've got some lines. I don't know if that picks up on camera, but um, I have an idea in my head that I wanted to put like these colors, a line of colors along toward the bottom. So I made some lines on there just because I didn't want it, like leaning one direction or the other, which if I don't have a guide, then it's going to be lopsided for sure. So let's see, that's what we're working with today. Oh, and I wanted to talk about my color palette real quick. Um, so a lot of times I get a lot of my inspiration for paintings, like what I'm going to paint, even like with my abstract work, is just a lot of times it's just inspiration from a color palette. And I'll take a color palette that I'm in love with, and it just motivates me just to start laying down color, and then something builds from there. Um, so I wanted to show you this, and it's on my tablet, so hopefully you guys can see this. I don't know, there might be some glare on it. But this comes from Sarah Renee Clark. She makes a color catalog. And so I picked this one out of her color catalog. And the color palette is number 54 if you guys have this. I do recommend checking her out because she has a lot of different palettes and inspirational photos on here. It's really cool. And if you do any digital work at all, they have the RGB codes, or sorry, the hex codes on here, so you guys could get it an exact match on the computer. But it's got black, which I don't know that I'm going to use black today. Uh, it says coffee, tangerine, Bondi blue, and dark teal. But kind of what I did, my version is like a Payne's gray, blue gray. Let's see, this one is yellow ochre, or I think mine might actually be yellow ochre deep. And then raw umber. So that's what I'm going to be working with today. All right. And since I'm doing like this line of colors down here, I think what I'm going to have to do is get those out, kind of laid down like I want them, and get them dry, and then come back and do the rest of the work. Because my idea was to have the colors down here with some texture, and then come over it with the next coat with the background, and kind of have it covered up like this, so that you just have like a small little window that has that stuff peeking out. So I thought that would be kind of fun. Now you never know how this is really going to go. Today I'm just using Liquitex Basics for most of my paints. I do have a little bit of Winsor & Newton for my white, but that's mostly what I'm working with today. So now I just have a disposable palette that I'm working with over here. Should have already had my paints out. Sorry, y'all. I don't know. I may wind up just squirting these directly on the canvas. Look, I'm missing something. 1, 2, 3, 4 colors. So when I was doing my swatch here, I kind of marked that one out. It was, this was raw. No, this is raw umber. This is burnt umber. And it was just a little too warm, I think, for what I wanted. Of course, this is all subject to change. You guys know how that goes. So, and then I have this middle shade between these two, which is something I mixed up a while back. So I don't know if I'm really going to use that or not. But y'all know we just make this stuff up as we go. Alright, and I've got just various brushes and palette knives and such. So, let's see, I think what I'm going to do is put my little dollops of color out first. Let me get my dark ones. Start with the dark. Just going to kind of place these randomly. Y'all know this might be a big old fail. And if it is, then you guys will get to experience that with me. But the nice thing about it too is, you know, it's kind of nice to know that everybody makes mistakes. Everybody, I don't care who you are. So, or how talented or professional you are, or what kind of degree you have. This is definitely, everybody makes mistakes. So, it's kind of reassuring to know somebody else does it besides just you. There's not really a whole lot of method to my madness here. It's just madness. And fun. It's fun. Let's see here. Watch me wind up with some green. The yucky green. I'll start out with something here and then we'll see what it looks like and readjust as needed. I might need some more Payne's gray. Just gonna stick this on here. If we mess this up, we can always paint over it. Just ask the poor guy underneath here. is just a little thick. All right, well, let's see what we can do here. I've made a big mess. All right, let me see about adding a touch more. Oh yeah, I think I stuck that lid right in that paint. Man. Now I'm making messes. I think it was better with the knife. All right. I'm not sure if I've got enough paint. I need something else in here. Add a little bit of this. There. And then stick a little more in there. All right, let's see here. Let's see what kind of mess we can make. Let me start over here, I guess. That's okay. I may have to come back and do like a second layer once these are dry. Kind of want to mush them around a little bit because I don't want them to be just blobs. That's pretty cool. Ugh, I'm wasting a lot of paint. Got a little mixed up there. Palette. Okay. So I kind of like what is going on over here. And I can mix a little bit, as long as we're not making mud here. That's cool. All right, I do kind of like those. All right, so what I think I'm going to do is let this dry just a little bit. I may even grab a blow dryer or heat tool and dry this a little bit, and then see about putting another layer on. All right, guys, I'll be back in just a minute. All right, guys, we are dry. Well, not dry. It's probably half dry. Dry enough to be able to, I think, put some more color on and not have it smear too bad. So I'm pretty happy with the way this is looking, actually. I like it. I'm going to add some more spots of paint wherever it looks like it needs a little bit here and there. Like mustard. I like this color though. So I don't know what everybody likes as far as videos. Do you guys like, like the whole art process, working through and talking through the painting? Or do you guys like, quiet videos put to music and just kind of speed through? I'm curious because, I'm new to this whole video thing and probably terrible at it, but hopefully that I will get better. But I was going to say that, I gotta quit saying, I was going to say that I actually enjoy listening to people talk through the process. And, they may even be working on something completely different than me, but I like to put them on whenever I'm working and just like listen to it's like, I don't know, having somebody at your house with you, hanging out, doing fun stuff. So that's why I like it, but it's not as lonely. So y'all let me know what you think, what you like. Stop saying that. Do y'all like to listen to the chit chat and all that? Or just get on with the art business and zip it? Y'all have to let me know. Or do you like having it sped through certain parts to music? I don't know. Y'all just let me know what you like. I don't know. I feel like we need a little bit of something somewhere, but I'm not sure where. So let me smush this again. This was a lot messier than I expected it to be. Like a lot more paint is coming off than I thought. Maybe I should try. Let's see, that's blue. Oh, that's cool. I like that. Right for the arm, you guys. Getting some mixing on there, but kind of like it actually. Keeps it interesting. A lot of brown in one spot. And a lot of like the edges and stuff of this will be covered up. Or at least that's the plan for now. think I've got to a stopping point. So I think it looks pretty good so far, and I think I am going to let it dry so that we can add the other layers without making a big old mess. All right, let me quit messing with it. All right, guys, I'll be back in a little bit.